Well, hello there, pilgrims. Good morning, good morning. Where am I? You may be asking. Well, I'm in Konstanz, Germany, right next to the lake, in Minster of Our Lady, and Rotonda de San Maurice, the starting point of not one, but two incredible pilgrimage. We got St. Peter up there, we got St. James. This is the starting point of the Via Jacobi if you're heading to Santiago de Compostela, or the Via Francesca if you're going to Rome. We got about 500 kilometers from here to Pavia, where we're gonna connect with the Via Francigena and then on to Rome. It is day one. You guys know that I love first days on any pilgrimage, and I cannot wait to get this trip started. Let's do it. The first church was built on this site around the 4th century after Christianity spread to the region, but by the 7th century it became the seat of the Bishop of Konstanz. The current structure began in the 11th century in the Romanesque style but was later expanded in Gothic style. The cathedral is famous for hosting events of the Council of Konstanz, the largest church council of the Middle Ages, culminating with the council electing Pope Martin V in 1417. I wish I could spend at least a day exploring Konstanz, as this is my first time in Germany, outside of a couple of layovers in Frankfurt on my way to Kilimanjaro and Elbrus a few years back. And I don't know, man, Germany is calling me to walk a Camino here, and I must oblige. On the way out of town, I got to see a few highlights like the Emperor's Fountain from 1897 with its mythical creatures that are half rabbit and half fish spouting water from their mouth, an 8-legged horse, and a 3-headed peacock. These are, I guess, a nod to the local folklore. Another highlight is the old harbor clock, which was installed in 1906 right next to the old council building. What a great town. I really enjoyed the little time that I got to spend in Konstanz and Germany for that matter. And you guys know how I love border crossings, and we got one right here. This is the border between Germany and Switzerland. We're gonna be visiting 5 different countries on this trip, starting with Germany, Switzerland, Liechtenstein, and finally Italy. But I'm gonna continue on to Rome and on to the Vatican. All right, Germany? It was nice seeing you. Till we meet again. And hello, Switzerland. Here we are. Well, now that we are in Switzerland, I have to tell you, this is a special announcement that I have to make. Why am I here? Well, I was invited by the friends of the Via Francesca in Switzerland, kind of like the Friends of the Camino. They invited me to come. I met Herman last year when I was doing the Via Jacobi on the stage to Lausanne, and he asked me to come, and how can I say no? How can I say no, of course? We're gonna be walking together. Even though he's a little camera shy, he will make his appearance when the time is right. We're in the first town here, Kreuzlingen, or Kreuzlingen in Latin. we're gonna get special access to go into the church and see a little piece of the Holy Cross. Yesterday, I made it here to town. I took my long flight to Madrid, as I usually do, overnight. From there, I did a connection to Zurich. I had an air tag on my backpack, so I was just there at the carousel waiting for a little bit to come, but he came just in time. And then I met Herman, he was waiting for me. We got on a train and made it here to town like at 8 o'clock at night. So yesterday we didn't have a time to explore the town, and it was also raining. I don't know if you can tell, but it's super cloudy right now, windy, temperature is just perfect. Coming here from Miami to this, it takes a little bit of getting used to, but it's not too bad at all. I have spent the whole morning in town. We have a 24-kilometer day today. It's gonna be easy, it's gonna be flat. We're gonna follow the lake. I just saw my first zeppelin here, which was way out in the distance. Let's see if it gets closer to me. All right, let's check out the Relic. After walking around the property for a few minutes, we were welcomed into the Basilica by one of its caretakers, and the interior is just filled with altars, frescoes, and sculptures that immediately draw you in. But the most peculiar thing is in one of the side chapels where we find the miracle of the Holy Cross. It's a massive Baroque and late Gothic wooden ensemble depicting the crucifixion. It's one of the largest of its kind in Europe, featuring like 250 carved wooden statues from the 1720s and 30s, showing Christ, angels, apostles, and saints in intricate detail. But what brought us here was the Relic. Following the ancient tradition of the adoration of the cross, a fragment of the Holy Cross is put on display during Good Friday and Holy Cross Feast. Allowing visitors to experience a ritual that's been honored for centuries, I may say. What an incredible opportunity to see the Relic from the Holy Cross. And that church was just spectacular anyways. What about all those little statues, about 200 plus? Oh man, it's just so special. The lady there opened it up for us early, like an hour earlier, and turn on all the lights and let us get into that, secure section where most people are not supposed to go, and get very close to the Relic. Incredible. Thank you, Herman, for that one. And look at this now. We're walking in this little footpath. Oh, I love it here. Just like when I was walking next to the lake in Geneva. I love Switzerland. I don't know if you can tell. And what do we have up ahead? But the Alps, of course. It's gonna be flat for the next couple of days or so. I mean, we're gonna be going in the valley until the very last moment where we had to do the major climb over the pass. But we're still gonna have a few climbs along the way. We're not even at the 25% of the way, and it's already 11 o'clock in the morning. You can tell day one is always one of those where I film a lot. I almost said konnichiwa, but I'm not in Japan. The sounds of nature. I love birds, man. Yes, I do. By the way, I think it is time to introduce you guys to a new piece of gear. You guys know that every trip I try new things, new ways of capturing the Camino for you guys. So I decided to give the Meta Ray-Ban AR glasses a try. Pretty cool. I can look at things and ask what is it that I'm watching. Like, you know that I'm always taking pictures of flowers and trees, the architecture. I'm constantly describing my surroundings. So this is gonna come in handy. It also gives me like a first person view for you guys. Like this morning when I was having breakfast, I could see the full plate ahead of me. Not so much for interacting with people, because as soon as I hit record, a light shows up right here. For example, hey Meta, start recording. You see? So people will know, but it's okay. That is not the purpose of it. It's just that I want to get shots like this. Look at this. I can see you, you can see me. I think it's a good addition to the kit. All right, it is getting cloudy. There might be a slight chance of rain in the afternoon. It was raining like crazy when I arrived yesterday. I actually had to put on the poncho from the train station to the youth hostel where I stayed at. I stayed very close to the lake. Then this morning I had to get on a bus to go to the Basilica, the starting point. And if you have the budget, of course, you can stay in the city center and get to explore that area. But I want to show you guys the full spectrum. And since I was gonna arrive late, I just wanted a cheap place to crash. And I did. All right. My body is getting used to the time change. And also, I just had an apple as a snack. Let's see where lunch is gonna catch me today. We're at the halfway point of the day. It is almost 2 in the afternoon and we're gonna say goodbye to the lake. We're still gonna see it for the next couple of days, but nothing as close as I am right now to it. So we just had lunch already. We had it at this restaurant facing the lake. Prices were a little bit high, but we're in Switzerland. You know, you can tell when you have a big plate with a small portion, you know where you are, all right? So I had just the penne pasta and I had some sparkling water, closed it with espresso macchiato. And right now, we're gonna go inland. We're gonna start climbing. We still have like 10 kilometers to go and we have a few highlights along the way. All right, Lake, see ya. Now that we have left the lake behind and we are done with the climbing as well, which wasn't too bad at all, made it through a town. We're now in the orchards here. Look at all this. Let's put the Meta glasses to the test. Hey Meta, what am I looking at here?
You are looking at an orchard of apple trees in bloom.
Yes, I am. We got another highlight coming up ahead, and it is a small patch of about 4 kilometers worth of oak trees. And according to Herman, it is the largest concentration of oak trees here in Switzerland, which is a little bit hard to believe considering all the forests that you find yourself walking through here in this great country. Since we're on the subject of augmented reality here with the glasses, I see this sign that's in German, so let's see if we can use the glasses to translate it, which would be incredible because you guys know all the hardships that I passed through when I was on the Francigena in France. Let's see if it works. Hey Meta, can you translate this sign in German for me?
The sign translates to waste kills animals in English.
My prayers have been answered. I have a live translator on my face right now. I cannot believe this. Technology is advancing so fast that I feel like one day you guys won't even need me. There will be like a virtual vlogger doing the Camino for you. That could be good, that could be bad. We'll see how it goes. So here we are in the forest in another highlight of this area. We got an old oak tree here that splits into 4 branches, and we have a sign, and we're gonna put the glasses to the test. Hey Meta, give me a brief description of what this sign says in German.
The sign appears to be an informational sign about a nature trail or park. The text is in German. Here's a rough translation: the border path, a hike through the history of the region. The 4 oak tree is probably the most famous tree in the Göttingen corporate forest. Such trees are witnesses of the former forest management, which was practiced until 1944. The focus was on the production of firewood. To do this, the entire undergrowth was cleared in a felling of 6 to 8 hectares in size every 10 to 20 years.
There you go. Will you look at this? This is like a rest stop in the forest, and I see a familiar name up there. Does it say Jacob? Santiago? Could it possibly be? I don't know. We have another sign over here, and let's ask Meta, see if she can help us figure it out.
This is a German phrase that roughly translates to Hunter's motto: free in the forest, loyal to friends, good to the wild, if noble hunter's blood.
Perfect. Just perfect. I'm loving these glasses, man. I definitely feel like a kid in a candy shop with a new toy. Can you tell that I really love the glasses? But anyways, just wanted to say that one of the things that I really like about this stage is that as opposed to many caminos, when you start on a large city and you had to leave it and walk for kilometers on end through the suburbs, through the industrial section, this day has just been spectacular. Just getting to walk next to the lake was a plus. Just seeing all the animals, enjoying the landscape, the architecture, of course, is so different than what I'm used to. And then after having a lunch, making that detour into the countryside and having a chance to walk through the woods, I mean, the variety here has just been incredible. And there's still more up ahead. Well, here we are, finally made it to town. after walking, what is it, 24 kilometers. It is 5:30 in the afternoon, and I'm staying in this beautiful hotel right here in the city center, right across the street from the church, which has the tallest tower in the region. All right, let's take all this gear off, take a quick shower. We have to go to the supermarket and get some supplies for tomorrow, and then have dinner. You guys already know the pilgrim routine, of course. What a great first day on this Camino. Where am I right now? Is this part of the pilgrimage? Well, of course it is. This is like a, what is it, like a small mall. We came really quickly to get some supplies for tomorrow, for lunch, for breakfast. So we went to Migos. That seems to be like a supermarket chain here in Switzerland. And we got everything that we need. Keeping in mind that we have to keep the weight down, of course, because we gotta carry all this weight tomorrow. For breakfast, we're gonna see if we can go to like a boulangerie around here. I don't know, there's nothing secure. The place where we're staying, we're gonna have dinner there, but no breakfast. So we're out on the hunt for a nice stamp for the credencial, but the church was closed already, and it just looks like we're gonna have to get the one from the hotel. Look at it right there. Look at it right there. All right, let's continue. Well, guys, it is 8:30, and I think it is the end of the first day. Yes, do you like it? I loved it. Walking in Switzerland, it's always been on the top of my list. It's incredible that I have spent about 6 months at home editing nonstop, and I get here day one, and I just jump right into the pilgrim's routine like a pro. That is not my first Camino. I took a shower when I got here right away, did laundry, with the scrubber, which I will be doing every day because I only brought 2 sets of clothes. So I'm gonna be a slave to that from now on. Charge all my electronics, and now I'm gonna head to my room just to transfer all the footage. We managed to get away from the rains, which is always great. Had dinner in the restaurant here. This hotel has its own restaurant. It's run by Italians. I'm walking with a Swiss guy that lives near the Italian border. So today I had pasta all around. I had it for lunch and for dinner. I had a beer to start off, and then I had the pasta carbonara, and I closed it, of course, with an espresso macchiato, as I always do. And now it's just time to transfer all the footage, go to sleep. I may actually need to take a couple of NyQuil just to help me with the time difference. I'm still like in Miami time, but it will take me like a couple of days just before I can just fall asleep as I do when I'm home. Tomorrow is gonna be another gorgeous day. Slowly we're gonna see the lake fading away. I think we're gonna see it tomorrow and maybe the day after. So that's where we're going. We're gonna go over the pass into Italy. See you guys tomorrow. Just leave it like that.